Alright, hey you guys, welcome back to another layout update. It's been a really long time since I've done my last one. I think it was about 2 months. So let's go ahead and get started. So between the last layout update, there's been 2 train shows. Managed to get out to both and I got a fair amount of stuff. And I got some more stuff from a trade I was involved with. I traded out all my N-scale stuff for a bunch of HO scale rolling stock and locomotives. I think there was about 2 locomotives that I got from the trade, a Via Rail and an F unit, but I will get to those in a bit. So first off, without further ado, let's go over to the items that I got at both the train shows and some of the work I've been doing on projects. So first up is this Burlington Northern high side covered hopper from Intermountain. It is my first Intermountain Railway hopper. I'm actually really excited to build this. I actually haven't attempted. It looks a lot more complex than the Proto 2000 ones that I've built in the past. Definitely a lot more complicated than the LBF coal cars. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started on this. I just gotta get some more glue, couplers, and then I'll be set to go. So another project that I've been working on was this gondola. I got it in the trade, but it was painted up in MTH's Christmas colors. So, and it was really dirty, so I stripped it completely of all of its paint and I painted it matte black, as well as with the brake wheel at the very end here, which I still have to drill out and put a brake wheel in there. Behind it, I finally got all the paint done on the Dash 9 for BNSF. I've got a decal sheet on order as well as a grab iron template from BLMA. So hopefully when I get that in, I can replace all the grab irons that I've taken off and replace the sand hatches and such. So I will have the decals and everything up, and the video on how to do that. And let's continue to move on down. This is another Proto 2000 high side covered hopper. BC Rail. It was half completed when I got it. It was missing some trucks and some couplers. So I gotta get those for this car, and I've already replaced the wheels. I got a pack of 12 Proto 2000 wheels. And I think they were the 36, but it's actually pretty good. I've never actually seen any of these before, and I had 2 of them there, and this was $6, so it's considerably less than I've paid for any other Proto 2000 kit. The Intermountain kit was $15, so I thought those were really good prices, and I've been meaning to get an Intermountain for a while, and this will just help add on to my grain train. And I know a lot of the hoppers look the same, so I'm going to pick up some cylindrical ones at the next train show, which I believe will be the Toronto show, which I do plan on going to. But anyway, moving on. At the Bowmanville show about a month ago, I picked up a Union Pacific dome car and the Burlington Northern caboose. I just replaced it with the Proto 2000 wheels, and it rolls a lot better than what it did before. And I do have another Union Pacific car that I've been upgrading, and I did a bit of a mistake on it. I decided to take some old metal wheels from my other passenger cars and put them on this. However, I didn't think that they would short out the layout, but they do, so now I have to find a way to insulate it. And I'm thinking about just putting a cut in the middle and a piece of plastic in the middle. I have a fair amount of extra plastic I can put in there. But anyway, so I have those 2 Union Pacific cars, and I'll just grab it quickly. Here it is. And it's pretty good. So let's keep going. Finally picked up some KD number 41s for the KCS. It actually has the elevated coupler, which it needs. And now I can actually run that with everything else, because as you know before, and for those of you who are new to my channel, the KCS had some problems with the couplers. Here's the Via Rail F40PH. It needs a bit of work. Contacted Walthers and they're going to send me a new drive shaft for the front wheels and hopefully a new shell because the pilot is missing. I got this in a trade, and if they don't send me a new shell, I will repaint this and renumber it to something. As you can see, it's also missing the horn, but I will be hopefully getting the super detail kit for this, and hopefully it'll look really good. Now here's the F unit. This was also painted in the the MTH's Christmas colors, so yeah, I stripped that and it's going to be repainted in the Royal Canadian. I'm not going to add on the ditch lights, but I am going to repaint that. Here is the SW09. That's got the St. Clair and everything. I'm going to repaint this to the Virginian scheme of my own little fantasy scheme because I can't find one of a real one. And this will serve on the Heritage Railway, as I've explained before. Over here I have 3 paints out of the 4 I need. I'm going to be repainting 2 ES44 ACs for North Fork Southern's Heritage. The 2 on the right are going to be for the Interstate, and the one on the left is going to be for the Conrail. I've been working up some diagrams and such, scale diagrams, to do it correctly, so hopefully I can keep that up to you, keep these updates out to you guys on those 2 locomotives. Over here, as you can see, I've done a lot of scenery work. For the telephone poles, I've actually drilled out holes, as you can see, and I'm going to feed wire between the 3 that are actually up, and that'll look really good when it's done. I have a good gauge wire, and I'll explain how I drilled those holes so small. Also, today I picked up a Lamborghini Gallardo. I do like sports cars, so this is one of the ones I had to pick up. Moving on over here, I've also completed this the upper level. Now I just have to lay the track and get it to work. I've started doing the plaster. I've laid down the fiberglass tape, and now we're just gonna mud over that. I'm gonna sand it where this goes. Over here, really quickly, I have the frame for the KCS SD40-2. I'm putting directional lighting in it. As you can see over here, the cab was removed, and I have a winterization hatch for it. But yeah, I'm working on the directional lighting for this. I've got 2 more lights to add into it, and hopefully that looks really good when it's finished. Alright, so let's keep moving on down here. I've done a lot of ballast work along here and on the other side where I started. It goes till about here, which I'm going to stop for now. I've also plastered, sorry, not plastered. I've also got this ready to be plastered. Probably going to do that after this video. And after that I can add in the tunnel portal here, and another one about here. And from here, where the tunnel portal ends till about here, is going to be a retaining wall, or a rock wall. And then it'll just curve down till about here, and then we'll get into the lower part of the coal yard, or sorry, the coal facility. And also up here, I've been debating about actually putting an industry up here like the layout said, or I'll just keep it as flat as it is. But other than that, over here I have all the parts to the Intermountain car. I need to repaint these because the trucks are green, and I really don't think they're actually green on the prototype. Sorry about the bird. Yeah, I'm going to prime those and then repaint them to black, and then I can put those onto it, but between here and then I'm going to start working on building it. And moving on down to where I started, I did get one really good thing today. I got this for $75. It's an Athearn Genesis MP15 DC. Sorry, AC. I'll just set up the tripod here so you can get a good look at it. I really, really like the detail on it. I've already just installed a decoder in it. It runs really well, really nice and quiet. I've had Awesome Railfan synchronize it with my CSX. As for a while now, I've been meaning to Actually, those move a lot. As for a while now, I've been meaning to get a locomotive that will run with the CSX switcher. And now I have it, and it's synced up. And for the speed step 1, it does move really fast, but I'm going to hopefully adjust that because it really doesn't seem right. So there's the headlight. There's speed step 1. Actually, I'll show you guys the other side of it. The cab on the inside of it is actually very nicely detailed. A little bit more. So yeah, I really like this, and yeah, I checked the retail price. These are normal 150. I got it for 75, so it was a really good deal. And now I actually have a good locomotive to work in my yard. And that's the second locomotive in my Genesis fleet. And I know a lot of you guys have been telling me in the past that Athearn locomotives aren't that good, and I don't care, I'll keep buying them. I can live with it. Alright, so that is about it for this layout update, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and stay tuned for more because I will be doing a lot more. There are a few more things to do in the future as for projects. As for the slug I am doing for diesel smoke, I've got a lot done on that, but I'm going to keep that a secret till it's finished, and then I will be posting how-to videos on how I did it. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.